I sat next to a really hot guy on a flight recently, but I couldn't tell if he was gay or not. He was either gay or like a really nice, friendly straight guy. And when straight guys are really nice and friendly, I'm like, are you gay? Because mostly straight guys are like, I'm on the plane. First piece of evidence, he had a nose ring. I was like, gay. Yeah, what kind of straight guy has a nose ring? And not like this. Obviously, this is like gender fuck or what. Which I love. He had like a little stud. Ooh, a little. I actually saw this guy in the airport and I was like, oh, he's really hot. And I was getting on the plane and I was walking to my room, emergency exit where I paid the extra $50. I'm 6'5", get over it. And I was sitting in the window seat right next to him and middle. So I was like, that's straight. I feel like you guys are like, I'm not sitting in the middle. There was like a really fun like flight attendant who was like being fun with all of us. And he like was like, oh, I love her. And I was like, oh, he likes women. Gay. He almost had no interest in me whatsoever. And that's not gay or straight. I could go either way. Side note, I was recently on a flight and a flight attendant came over. When you sit in the emergency exit row, they always come over and say like, are you willing to help in an emergency? But I was on a flight recently and this flight attendant came over and he was like, I'm going to tell you guys what your jobs are going to be if there's an emergency, which is like actually so helpful. No one's ever done that. I sit in the emergency exit row every single time. And he looked at the people at the door and he said, it's your job to open the door. And the four of you, you're the blockers. You have to block everyone. And so I was by the door and he was next to me. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to open the door and then you have to block everyone from me. Barely a response, which is, once again, could be gay or straight, doesn't not everybody's cup of tea. He was sitting right next to an older woman on the side, and he kept, like, chatting her up, and they were, like, telling each other stories, and I was like, okay, he likes older women, too, that he's either gay or, like, raised by, like, good people. You could actually tell that he came from a really good family. Then I overheard him tell the woman that one time at a bachelor party, he paid an extra $100 to have them play the 13-minute version of Freebird. One bachelor party straight, 13-minute Freebird. Straight. Finally, I asked him, what was he doing on the plane? And he was like, I'm going to my sister's graduation. And I was like, that's gay. I feel like a straight guy would just skip his sister's graduation. Lastly, he did have a wedding band on. And that, if he's straight, oh, respect to you and your wife. You know, but if he's gay, it's like, we still have options. We're a little bit different than y'all when it comes to marriage.